Hi, my name is Kathy Chattoraj, and today we are drawing Luca as a sea monster. So grab a piece of paper and your favorite pencil and join me in the art room. Hi, everybody. My name is Kathy Chattoraj, and I am with Future Picassos. And today we are drawing the sea monster version of Luca right here. And so Luca is an animated Disney film which has just been released, which is set in the Italian Riviera between the 1950s and 60s. The film centers on the main character, Luca Paraguru, a sea monster boy with the ability to assume his human form while on the land, who explores the town of Porto Rosso and his new best friend Alberto experiencing a life-changing summer. So we are drawing Luca as a sea monster, which we just drew Luca as a boy. So I just want to really quickly say welcome, and I'm so glad that you're here to draw with me today. I decided to do all three versions of the Luca scenario, which I think I could maybe make a playlist out of it. Not sure, but here we are. So you can find me at futurepicassos.com. My YouTube page is Future Picassos. Please subscribe and like. It means so much to me. Send me your drawings to info@futurepicassos.com and check out my Instagram page for upcoming details at Future Picassos. And I will put this away. It's very Future Picassos heavy. So here we have Luca as a sea monster. Now, on my drawing table today, I have a piece of heavyweight drawing paper right here, and I have it sectioned out. And you can do this at home. So just take your ruler, or you can do it by hand, and you can go once across vertically and once across horizontally, and this gives us 4 grids. I also do this to my drawing over here. I go horizontal and vertical. That way, it's really hard for me to show both things, but I will say I'm not going to actually show you the drawing. I'm going to kind of keep it in the ether, but that way you can kind of see where it's the grid method, right? And I do this with every one of my drawings. You can do it with anything that you draw to kind of learn and practice how to teach somebody how to do it. But you kind of, we're going to go from here and then we're going to put it over here. Now, in the beginning, I like to do what is called, I like to set up a cartoon, kind of a rough sketch, and I lay out the sketches. So if I put this on top of here, I can see that by using very simple shapes, circles and such, to lay out the body of my character, it's going to make it much easier. So once I put all of this in, I can then come back in and finesse my shapes to make it look like this. I can put all the details in, and it makes it much easier to see. And at the end of the day, we are just all learning how to see, right? So I'm just going to start like this, and I'm going to kind of, it's hard for you to see what I'm doing. So maybe I'll go like this. Yeah, maybe I'm going to go like this. Okay, so everybody grid out your paper, and here, find the center of your paper, and the center of my paper is going to be over here, right? And the first thing I want you to do is we're going to put in this circle right here, and we're going to measure where it goes. So this circle goes 4 fingers over, and put a little line right here, and then 2 fingers over on that side. And it just about clips the bottom part of this edge. And then it goes 3 fingers up over here. So after I kind of mark out where I want my circle to go, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make a circle that looks like this. And I'm going to sketch that in. I'm going to not pay attention to what size it is. Maybe it's another size. Okay. So right over here on the bottom edge, from about right there to right here, I'm going to make a little loop like this. And that is going to probably be a fin of some kind. And then I'm going to put a little line. This is just a measuring line. And then I'm going to measure another fin that's going to come in here like this. Sharpening my pencil. So it's funny, like each time I kind of do these drawings, I see things in a different way. I learn to see things in a different way, and not necessarily are the things that I see right or wrong. I just learn to see them in a different way. So this line comes up here like this. And then right up in here, I'm going to make a line that's kind of like a halo. That's going to go around like this. And that is going to be part of where his fins go. So the face of our sea monster, the eye space is going to go somewhere right in here. So I just put a line up, and that's about 2 fingers up and about 1 finger down. And if I were to put another accenting line through his face like this might kind of help me see where I want to put that line. So right here, he will have a nose. It's going to go in there like that. And then over here, from about right here to right here, I'm going to put in an eye. And then over here, from right here to right here, I'm going to put in another eye. You can make a whole Luca portfolio. And so these guidelines will eventually become erased because I don't need them anymore. It's okay that they're there now. So if I have this going through, I can kind of see. So my mouth is going to start right about right here. And it's going to go to right about right here. And it's going to come down like this. And over like that. Remember, he's a sea monster. Okay, so now I have a neck, and my neck is going to start right about right here. If I drew a line through the middle of my mouth, it's going to start right about right here, and it's going to go to right about right there. And then this might be a little low, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. Right about right here. Okay. I always think of Finding Nemo or The Little Mermaid. I'm going to move this over a little bit. So the next important line is this arm. And I know that my arm is going to come all the way over to about right here. And my hand is going to be about this long. It's going to be about this long. I'm just making the hand. It doesn't look anything like that, but I put it in as a circle. So this line, if I draw a straight line down like that from here, So I'm going to move my paper to do this. I'm going to draw a line that goes like this, straight down like that. And then if I take my pencil, this is going to go all the way across like this. And don't get caught up in the lines. So then this goes like this. And then right about right here, this is going to kind of go up like this. And you're going to catch the back end of that line like that. Okay, so then his waist is going to end right about right here. And his body, this arm, let's just measure where we want this to go. So this is going to go right in here like this. It's going to be his other hand. And this is going to be where we're going to put his other hand. And then this arm comes down like that. And then this body comes up like this. Just a very easy way of putting in something. So this hand is closer to us and it doesn't look anything like that. We're just kind of finessing the lines. And then he has kind of a sea monster looking belt. And then he also has some sea monster looking pants. That come down like this. And then over like this. And those pants actually stop right about right here. This goes like this. Okay, so now I'm going to switch the drawing. Oh wait, he has a fin that goes from right here to right here. And that fin kind of comes up like this. And now I'm going to switch the drawing so we can see the back end of the drawing. So here's the leg, and in the middle of the leg, he has his tail is going to come up like this. And then that's going to come. And if it's easier for you to move your paper, I highly recommend it. So we have a tail here. And then his fin wraps around like this. And then the back part of his tail comes down like this. So this is kind of intercepted by his leg, which comes, if you draw a straight line through the leg, sorry, this is all messed up. Put that like that, and that like that. If you draw a straight line through this leg to right about right here. So his leg comes out. There's one leg, and then this other leg is going to come out to about right there. And that's going to go over like this. And around. Like that. And then he has a fin right here like this. And so that pretty much sums up how we want that to look. So I'm going to take this away. And I'm going to take this away. And I'm going to bring this back. And we are going to draw our monster. So let's start with the back end because it's way easier. And then we'll do the front end. So if we go to this hand right here, I think this is the most, so this hand, sorry, comes down like this. And then the top of his finger loops around like this. And then here's another finger and another finger and another finger. So most cartoon characters or characters only have 4 fingers. And then we have our fin right here. 1, 2, 3. And then we have a back fin. And then we'll make some fin lines in here. Like that. And then this tail, clean up this tail a little bit. This tail comes up like this and over. And just so you know, it'll look much better than I ink it. So his shorts, I'm just going to kind of make them look like they're made out of sea kelp. And I'm not going to really erase because when I do my inking, I'll be able to make it look a little bit more crazy. So drawing is a pretty good rainy day activity, right? Or whenever activity. Brain training. Okay. So here's my foot. So this comes down. I'm gonna make some feet here. And then I'm gonna thicken this up over here. And this guy over here, is a foot. 1, 2, 3, like that. And there's a fin right here, like that. Pretty easy, right? When you get everything in, you're like, oh, that's easy. I'm gonna move this over here so we can do the other half. So in here, he has some fins. And then he has his shoulder. To his wrist. Wrist to his arm. And then right in here, he has his fingers. So his first finger is going to come up like this. And then this is going to kind of come over like this. And this is going to move around like this. And there's going to be this little short guy right there like that. And then these kind of connect because it's a web. So he can swim. So then we have our hand is like that. I gave him a little bit of a thicker waist. Could thin out his waist a little bit if you'd like. Okay, so let's come up here to his mouth. And you can, when you go to color that in, you want to leave the teeth part white. So this line comes out a little bit like this. And then goes a little bit like this. And then this fin looks a little bit like that. And then this one looks a little bit like this. So leaving the eyes like this, right down in here. I'm going to put a pupil. And then I'm going to put another pupil. Remember, you can pause these whenever you want. You don't have to like keep following. I mean, you're following along, obviously, but if I'm going too fast, you can pause this at any time. So then right up in here, I'm going to put some eyebrows. I'm going to put another eyebrow. And then I'm going to put some fins. And think of it kind of like his crazy hair in the other video. There, and then put one back here. Ta-da! We're pretty much done. I just put that fin back there. And then we would erase those lines in there after we ink it. So let's ink. I'm going to grab my pen. It'll just make such a difference when we start inking this. You'll see. And start with shapes that you like. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Kind of take your time. And then this goes around like this. And then like that. And remember, you can always color this in when you're done. You don't have to leave it like I left it. Kind of make it as fun as you want. And when you're inking, it's an opportunity to change any of the lines, but also don't feel like you have to keep your paper the same way. That's the fun part. It's a little bit like the Little Mermaid. Okay. I'm going to very carefully do his teeth and his eyes. And his eyebrows. And when you are outlining, just take your time. And if you don't have an outlining pen, you don't want to outline it and you just want to color it in, that is totally fine too. Remember, it's your drawing and you can do whatever you want with it. I love watching it all come together. I think it's really fun. I kind of think the eyes are a little funny, but that is the way I am going to leave it. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the eyes. I'm going to move that eye. like that. That I like that. That looks a little bit better. Oh, and you got to do the inside of his mouth too. And remember, you can color it in however you want, which is always fun. And don't forget to share them with me and stay tuned. The next drawing that we're going to draw, if you haven't already drawn it, is the floating Luca. But thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you soon.